Reed, I mean, after that first period, this team clearly needed to dig pretty deep against a Canmore team that wasn't giving them anything easy. I guess just in a general sense, how great an example did some of your veterans set here tonight? Connor Hellier on the offensive side with those 2 big goals, Parker Saka on the goaltending side, the penalty kill in that third period. It's fair to say there are a lot of highlights in this game on a real hard-fought win.
Absolutely. And you asked about that first period. I thought it told the tale of the game quite nicely in the sense where we had a really, we had a large portion where we weren't aggressive, we weren't forechecking, we weren't forcing their Ds to make plays, and I think it was very back and forth in the sense. And that's one of those ones with this team where, plays, it can be quick, it's fast, they push the tempo, they push the pace. So you need to be tenacious in separating that stuff so you can make sure that you're staying in your zone. I think when we turn that on, right, especially closer to the conclusion of that first period, is when we really found our stride. There were shifts where they weren't exiting or leaving their zone. We had the puck possession the entirety of the time, and it's one of those ones where you see that it's like we need to do that the whole game, and that was the mindset in that second third. Hellier, unbelievable, obviously, with the 2 goals. He had killer on the penalty kill in terms of his aggressiveness. And then the biggest one, especially early in that game, I thought he was really good with keeping things calm, composed, was Saka, right? And player of our game in our dressing room tonight, and well-deserved for it.
And one thing that was really different about this one compared to the other Canmore games is you did a really good job of staying out of the box those first 2 periods. And then I think we all kind of knew there was going to be a test in that third period. Didn't necessarily think it was going to be an over 90-second 5-on-3, and yet right off that face-off, I know Hellier had one really good battle one that led to a clearance. There was a second one not long after that, and how impressed were you with the energy and tenacity shown by your PK in that third period in a situation where you put a skilled team like that up by 2 guys for over a minute and a half? Usually that's a goal the majority of the time, and you guys managed to avoid that.
Yeah, and you look at the opportunities that they got on it, right? Like, wasn't a ton in terms of grade A. You got 3 guys out there, right, who played majority of it. You got Turner, you got McGowan, and you got Hellier. And I thought with regards to their, their tightness, their motion, their movement, their activity with their sticks and closing lanes, they kept a dangerous situation relatively calm and composed as well as it could have been.
Final thing for you as we look ahead to Olds on Friday night. It's a little bit of a tough stretch here with 3 games in 4 days, but nothing you guys aren't used to. Olds is a team that comes in after shipping away 2 of their best players at the trade deadline, but they did add a couple of players as well, so a bit of a new look team, and a team you're going to see a lot down the stretch here. How much do you hope to build on this game, and are there still lessons to go over in the brief time you have before going back home on Friday night?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing with Olds, been coaching against them for quite a long time, is they are, their starts are always aggressive. They're heavy. They know to play against teams like us, they're going to need to be physical, they're going to need to be fast, and they're going to need to turn over pucks. So that's where we need to go in with that mindset of, if they're heavy with their work ethic and they're working hard to turn things over with their forecheck, with their pressure, that we need to surpass that, outmatch that, and then just make sure that, we do what we can do with our one-on-one situations. We have the skill set, so we just need to make sure we move our feet and put ourselves in good areas.
And you certainly did that here tonight in this big win. Reed, appreciate the time as always. Good luck Friday night.
Thanks, Tyler.